7 other types of precious metals to invest in, besides just gold and silver. Gold and silver have been recognized as valuable metals and have been coveted for a long time. Even today, precious metals have their place in a savvy investor's portfolio. But which precious metal is best for investment purposes besides gold and silver, and why are investors attracted to them? In this episode, we'll walk you through the top 7 precious metals to invest in aside from gold and silver. But before we dive deeper, let's quickly explain what precious metals are. Precious metals are naturally occurring metals that are relatively rare and more difficult to find than other types of metals. The rarity of precious metals has traditionally given them a high economic value throughout history. Today, precious metals are still valued for their use as investments, art, jewelry, and commodities. Precious metals are not as reactive as base metals. They have a higher luster than base metals and are very ductile. Their rarity, luster, and ductile nature are what set them apart from regular base metals and allows them to command higher prices than base metals. The most well-known precious metals include gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Investors are attracted to precious metals due to the following reasons. 1. Demand and scarcity. Like any natural resource, mining will slow until eventually our precious metal reserves are depleted. They will not last forever. Not only does this make precious metals scarce, the demand for them will increase since we've started using them in everyday applications. From computers to medical supplies, precious metals like silver are vital for these industries. 2. Liquidity. The problem with owning an expensive car or a nice home is you cannot quickly turn them into cash. While they have value, there is an entire process with selling these items, and you run the risk of not selling them at all. With precious metals, that is not the case. 3. Diversification. When the economy hit a serious recession, many people lost investments and assets. People struggle to come back from this serious financial crisis. In times like these, precious metal investment is crucial to maintaining a stable financial portfolio. If people invest in precious metals, they could offset some of their losses during the recession. 4. Safe haven against the dollar. We've seen throughout history that we cannot hope to avoid a financial crisis. The only thing we can do is to be prepared. If we slide into another crisis, the value of the dollar could be obliterated and the public would need a backup to maintain financial security. That safe haven is precious metals. Precious metals do not only support its owners in a financial crisis, it also protects them against inflation. If you want to know the best platforms to buy precious metals, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for our future episode covering that topic in detail. Now that you know the benefits of investing in pure metals, let's walk you through the top 7 pure metals to invest in besides gold and silver. 1. Palladium. This is a rare precious metal that can bring you a solid stream of money over the years. Palladium is usually extracted as a result of nickel and zinc refining. It's a shiny metal that looks like silver and it has impressive corrosion resistance. Most palladium found in the world is used for catalytic converters in cars. When an old vehicle is scrapped, the catalytic converter is one of the most important components because of its palladium content. Palladium is also used in laptops, computers, and mobile phones. Thanks to the fact that it can resist corrosion, more and more companies demand palladium for building integrated circuits. Since the IT industry is continuously expanding, there will always be a need for palladium in the upcoming decades. This makes it a great metal to invest in. If you've already experimented with gold and silver, palladium should be your next go-to precious metal. You should talk to experts in the precious metal industry and see what's the most appropriate sum of money to invest in this metal to obtain the optimal profits. 2. Platinum. Platinum is another important precious metal. Just like palladium, it's also shiny and silvery in appearance, and it's also used in vehicle catalytic converters. Back in the days, the mines used platinum when making jewelry, so this type of metal has been around for thousands of years. Platinum is still used in the jewelry industry today, and it's usually combined with other precious metals such as gold and silver. This metal has a slightly higher value than gold, so you should consider investing in it if you want to accumulate more wealth. There is a high demand for platinum all over the world too. Apart from catalytic converters, engineers and scientists also use platinum for coating integrated circuits, for making optical fibers as well as large LCD screens. Platinum will be in high demand in the following century, and that's why you should prioritize investing in this metal. Unlike other precious metals, platinum is non-toxic and it's widely used in the medicinal industry too. For example, certain compounds of platinum can be used in chemotherapy to treat patients against different types of cancers. 3. Copper. This is one of the most underrated metals out there. Although it has a lower value in comparison with gold and silver, copper is widely used in the electricity industry. This is a metal that can be easily drawn into wires and has been used for centuries for various applications. For example, copper is a great conductor of electricity and heat. Most electronic components in your house contain copper wires. Since the technology and electronics industries are expanding continuously, the demand for copper is increasing every day. China and Peru are the biggest copper producers in the world. Investing in copper is a safe bet, and it will help you round up your yearly revenues. This metal is not only used in the electrical industry, but also medicine and supplementation industries. That's because our bodies use small amounts of copper for efficient energy production. Without enough copper, you might become anemic and develop different types of diseases. That's why supplements with copper are sold worldwide, and they're a staple in a healthy person's diet. 4. Steel. Steel needs no introduction, as it's one of the most popular and valuable types of metal out there. Vast amounts of steel are used every day to build virtually everything around you. For example, almost 50% of a standard vehicle is made out of steel. This metal is also used to make buildings, bridges, skyscrapers, railroads, cutlery items, you name it. The demand for steel has been on an ascending path for decades, and it will continue to be so for centuries to come. That's why diligent investors should consider investing in the steel market. This requires a little bit of financial know-how, but you can always consult with experts in the steel industry to find out the best moments to invest in steel. Remember that this metal will always be in high demand, so it's not like your investments will be lost because people don't use steel anymore. This metal provides a safe and secure investment opportunity for those willing to accumulate more money. 5. Aluminum. Aluminum is one of the most beautiful precious metals out there. It's commonly used to make shiny components for cars, motorcycles, and other vehicles. Aluminum is also widely used to store foods and liquids. Most cans of food or juice you find in supermarkets are made using aluminum. One of the most appreciated properties of aluminum consists of its lightness. Aluminum is very light, and that's why it's used in so many racing cars and sports vehicles. This metal is in high demand in the aeronautics industry because it can conduct electrical current and has excellent corrosion resistance. Spaceships that launch satellites in orbit, as well as wings of aircraft that break the speed of sound, have components made from aluminum. Although this is a rather soft material, it can be strengthened when combined with other metals. If you want to expand your portfolio of investments, aluminum is a good choice. This material is very valuable and it can be recycled endlessly, so you're basically investing in an environmentally friendly product. 6. Rhodium. This extremely rare, valuable and silvery colored metal is commonly used for its reflective properties. It has a high melting point and an amazing ability to withstand corrosion. Largest producers of rhodium are South Africa, Russia, Canada and other countries. It's used on objects like searchlights, mirrors and jewelry finish. Also valuable within the automotive industry and in several types of industrial fields. 7. Iridium. Iridium is the most extreme member of the platinum group. This whitish metal has a super high melting point, is one of the densest elements around, and stands as the most corrosion resistant metal. Iridium is processed from platinum ore and is a byproduct of nickel mining. The largest producer of this metal is South Africa. It contributes to advancements in medicine, electronics and automobiles. It's also used in products like pens, watches, compasses, but not jaw crushers. Are precious metals a good investment for you? Precious metals offer unique inflationary protection. They have intrinsic value, they carry no credit risk, and they cannot be inflated. That means you can't print more of them. They also offer genuine upheaval insurance against financial or political military upheavals. From an investment theory standpoint, precious metals also provide a low or negative correlation to other asset classes like stocks and bonds. This means even a small percentage of precious metals in a portfolio will reduce both volatility and risk. That's it for this episode. Please give us your feedback in the comment section below. To watch more episodes of financial topics like this, hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to support us even more, buy us a coffee from the link in the description. Good luck and see you in the next episode.